I'm going out on my afternoon run. I enjoy running. I'm trying to get fitter and trying to get a bit more cardio done. What happens if I do get catcalled? I feel diminished. I just feel uncomfortable. It just makes me.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. Welcome back to the channel. Something interesting happened in the UK in the last few days, last couple of days actually, where female officers are actually posing as joggers, so to speak, dressed very provocatively, so that they can catch men who are, say, catcalling them or showing interest to them. Yes, you heard me right. So let's watch this little video first before we watch a couple more reactions to this particular news. I mean, UK, are you okay? What is happening to you?
Hi, I'm Abby.
This is one of those things that I must come right off and say it is total garbage. This is about control. They want things all their way, these particular women, and this is coming from the annals of the feminist ideology. First of all, a woman can do anything she wants, dress how she wants, sleep with who she wants, as many as she wants. She can also sell her body and her sexuality online, uh, pose in provocative stances, wear close to nothing on Instagram, but you're not supposed to notice that because apparently you are deaf, dumb, blind, and also stupid. What is happening here is that a lot of these new laws and whatnot, and all these are not really laws, it's people, they're calling it non-crime incidences because they're trying to build a lot of information around men to use it against them so that they can have their own way. So she's here pretending that she's feeling uncomfortable. What? Who cares? Everybody is made uncomfortable about something. If you don't want to be uncomfortable, maybe you can stop showing people you are behind in tight little things, pretending like you just want to jog. No, you want to show your ass. You want the attention, but then on top of that, you want also the power to make sure you can earn money and destroy people's lives out of it. This thing actually makes me positively aggrieved in such a way that this is why I'm so totally against these feminist ideologies, these Western woke ideologies, because they're pretentious movements for people like this who basically they wouldn't have a job if they weren't being forced in. Most women, I would say, if it was on merit, policemen would only be men because there's no woman, there are no women who are better than men physically if you are going to check for the ability to do this kind of jobs. Now they have to come up with these little stupid ideas so that they can force such bottom feeders in the system because they are looking to thought policing. It's nothing more that your natural reaction to seeing a beautiful woman or an ass. I'm not calling her beautiful, by the way. Don't come after me. That if you look at an ass, if you look at just a woman doing whatever she's doing, then that's supposed to be a criminal offense because that's where they're going with this. They want to make these criminal offenses so that they can use it to manipulate you and force you to basically agree with them on everything. It's a power grab. In as stupid as it sounds right now, the way they speak about it, it is a very insidious power grab. Be careful.
I feel a little bit like, what are they getting out of it? Makes me feel uneasy, and then instantly it's just ruined my run. I just don't want to. Yeah.
You listen, the reason is doesn't even make any particular sense. What she's looking for is social media attention. They always do this. They want to look for social media attention while at the same time pretending they don't want the social media attention. She's recording herself, isn't she? And by the way, if you're uncomfortable jogging people because people are looking at you, stop jogging, stay in your house. We don't care. Pastor, I'm never going to bow down to this ridiculous stupidity. You shouldn't either.
My name is PC Abby Hayward. I work out of North Division, so I'm on Runnymede Safer Neighbourhood team. So the change I'd like to see is for people to recognise that it's not right, it's not just a small act, it's a thing that can make someone feel really quite uncomfortable. So I think
Look at this. They're taking the video from her backside. Why are they taking a video from her backside? Because she's looking for this attention, showing her backside, while trying to tell us, oh, it makes people uncomfortable. I don't care. You shouldn't care. In fact, every time you get somebody like this in the UK trying to police your natural instincts, on top of they're not even harmful natural instincts, it's just normal behavior. They want you to close your eyes when they run by. Is that yes? That's what they want. And by the way, if you do that, they will also claim other things on top of that. So you cannot win with this kind of stupidity. So what you say is, you say, whatever, I don't care, and you move on. If they try to stop you to get some kind of thing written down, ignore them, walk away. Let them become violent towards you so that people can see how far they are willing to do for such stupidity. They want to control your lives, men. Do not allow it.
it's important Surrey Police are taking it so serious. It's one of our force priorities, and for me that makes me feel proud to work for Surrey Police, because for me it's such a personal experience, and I know for a lot of other, if not all other women who
The current culture has put up so many mediocre people to think they're so important in society. Like this woman, she thinks she's doing something important, or at least she pretends that she's doing something important. How do we do this? How do we keep on allowing this total grab by mediocrity of how you live your life?
experience it.
Like, see, just wait I finish, please. Naisikia, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Hey, you guy.
So I feel empowered to be a part of such an operation and work for Surrey Police when their force priority is to tackle VOG.
Now let's listen into what this particular media house, LBC, out there in the UK, what they're saying about this particular issue. You realize it's already a major media issue.
How big an issue is it for women, and why are so many men doing it? Michael's.
I need you first to recognize how this person is framing it. It's already a foregone conclusion, according to them, that it's already a national crisis that must be addressed by the police. So there's no discussion, according to them. It's already a foregone conclusion. So they feel that they are in their right to overreact and be very punitive on just normal human interactions.
In Haydock tonight. Michael, evening.
Yeah, good evening. I'm a little bit gobsmacked about what you're talking about. When did it start? It's gone on for, for hundreds of years. It's nothing new. My wife regularly goes into Liverpool shopping, and when she gets back, she'll tell me how many men have whistled at her and called out, "Hello, darling, give us a kiss." And she takes it as a compliment. Just because somebody on a building site or a fire station calls out to a woman, you know, "Hello, gorgeous," doesn't mean they're going to rape them or do any harm to them. I think people in this country want to get a grip. We're turning into a nanny state. And what I can't believe is that the police are going to investigate it. But when you get the shopkeeper who gets the gang come in robbing all his shelves,
Right.
they don't respond.
And this is really the crux of it, because they've turned normal human interactions into criminal activities, but actual crimes are being excused based on the same kind of ideology of identities and whatnot. So right now, if the powers that be decide that they need to use feminism to shut you up and bring up such nonsensical laws, they're calling them non-crime hate crimes or something like that. How do you listen to this as a normal person and not have a normal visceral reaction against it? You should, because what happens a lot of the time is this kind of pearl clutching is fake. Normally, for example, a government wants to institute censorship. They say they want to take care of or protect the children or the women or the youth, whoever they see as weak or whoever they've described as weak. They would use them to emotionally manipulate you into agreeing in some of these egregious actions. Don't be that guy.
And
So
honestly,
you think that someone nicking a six-pack of beer is more important than women feeling safe on the streets, Michael?
Who said that it's important? You see, this is the problem with this dishonest piece of crap like this person. Who said that? But you see, property is being stolen, and this catcalling is not about feeling safe. Nobody has ever died from being catcalled or emotionally distraught. They are making it up. And such people like this, by the way, this Ben Kentish or whoever this person is one of these scumbags that have been used to use such despicable and manipulative language. Well, he never said that. He's just saying this is not an issue. That's why they're not even calling it crimes. They're calling it hate crimes. They're just making up a different term for it. And that's why they have to sneak it back in slowly, and they'll make it a law. And people like this are the ones who are being used to push this message. That statement has actually annoyed me. I'll have to look for him to give him a piece of my mind.
there's no reason they should be safe on the street.
They
And it's
don't
not a
feel
six-pack.
safe on the streets because every time they go
Well-
out for a run, some bloke interrupts them and starts heckling them and shouting things at them. They don't feel
Well,
safe. So why is
This is nonsense. What do you mean some bloke is shouting at them? Is he beating them up? Is it causing a grievous harm? What about the women that are talking rubbish on the streets, looking drunk, behaving or selling their bodies on the street? I mean, this is a lot of rubbish. It's being packaged to be something serious that it's not. It's being packaged that this egregious thing that must be stopped now, but it's not. Ben, you're a moron.
hold on. Why is it a wait? All right, the shopkeeper can just ignore the shoplifting, can't he? Just
Of
ignore
course
it.
he
Just
can.
ignore them. If
Yeah,
someone
they-
burgles your
and
house, just ignore it.
There's a difference between stealing and catcalling. They're not the same thing. You see, this is the thing I told you, the manipulation. They're now equaling actual crimes to normal human interactions. That's what they're doing here. This is what he's doing. You must be aware. I'm also trying to teach you a bit of media literacy so you understand that a lot of what you watch is actually manipulations and propaganda.
and
Michael,
they
don't be
take all this
ridiculous.
stock. I'm not being
You
ridiculous.
are being completely ridiculous. You are being
No, I'm not.
patronising and you are being condescending because you are telling millions of women who are trying to tell us that they
It's not really millions of women. It's a small group of women who are hardly in their tens, who are making up these things so they can make money of it. Have the NGOs funded to push this kind of nonsense? Next is some big thing that doesn't exist. By the way, if you tell them that they are supposed to have gone after those grooming gangs they kept talking about, they never went after them. But now they are behaving that catcalling is actually worse than those grooming gangs who had destroyed young girls' lives, those pedos. I need you to make that distinction and watch this kind of person for what they are and treat them despicably for as who they are.
find it intimidating, they find it offensive, and they find it distressing that they're all wrong and, in your phrase, should get a grip.
Well, it's gone on for hundreds of years.
Yep, so is rape.
And yeah, I
So
would take, personally, if I was a woman, I would take it as a compliment.
Well, you're not a woman, Michael, are you? And it's never happened to you, has it? So the fact that most women...
Unfortunately, no one's ever called out to me, no.
Right,
But if a woman called out to me, hello, gorgeous, I would suggest she gets her eyes tested. But take it in the... It's not a threat.
But they...
That's the thing. It's not a threat. But now you said they feel like that. No, they don't. You're making up the narrative. If a woman feels like she's by somebody just saying she's hot or trying to give her a compliment, that is somehow wrong and it's egregious? How does that even work?
They disagree, Michael. So on the one hand, you've got Michael in Haydock. On the other, you've got thousands, if not millions, of women saying they find it threatening.
Thousands, if not millions of women. What number is it? Is it thousands or millions? Little weasel.
Is it not worth just pausing for 10 seconds and listening and paying attention to why they find it threatening?
We don't care about what you think. We don't care about this manipulation. Ben Cantish.
Well, if they find it threatening and there's nothing I can do about it, I personally
But
don't
there
think...
is, isn't there?
Look,
because you could sympathise with them and you could take seriously their fear.
Yes, now that they want to emotionally manipulate you. It's not about whether it's real or not. Just take it as it's real because some idiots want to manipulate you. Ben Cantish.
Rather than calling me to just dismiss it and say it's a waste of police time.
If a man was going to attack a woman,
It's not
he
about
wouldn't be
attacking.
calling out to her.
It's not.
No,
About, it's not just about. It's not just
And
about
what-
physical attack. It's about the intimidation and the intrusion of not being able to put your headphones in, go for a half an hour jog with some bloke thinking he's got the right to invade your personal space and your privacy. That's what it's about.
It's just calling out to her, that's all.
Have you ever done it, Michael?
Of course I haven't ever done it.
Right. So you do think there's something wrong with it, or presumably you would have done
No,
it.
just because,
So why have you never done
I
it?
haven't done it.
Right. So you would do it. You would do it. If you just...
No, I wouldn't do it.
Why not?
If you'd let me finish, I'd be embarrassed to do it.
Why?
I would be embarrassed.
Why?
I just wouldn't do it. It's not me.
But if there's nothing wrong with it in your view, then why would you be embarrassed to do it?
I'm not saying there's nothing wrong in it. Just
You are. You just
ignore
said
it.
women.
And you see, this is the problem. This man who's called in now is this guy has used the shame for him to start stumbling over his words. And this is actually what I dislike the most. Men like this, who have a very reasonable stance, and then they are emotionally blackmailed by this little cantish person, this pseudo gays in this community. He's been emotionally manipulated to start backtracking. Why are you backtracking? Where is your spine? Don't you realize what you're doing to yourself and your capacity to even have basic arguments?
They should just ignore it and it's not a big deal.
We're turning into a nanny state, and what I can't
Well,
understand,
the police...
our overstretched police force are responding to it.
Yeah.
Haven't we got...
Because you think that trying to make women feel safe in their neighbourhoods is a waste of police time.
No, I don't.
You do.
Feel...
You do. You just... That's...
Catcalling is not a serious issue. Have you heard that, Ben Cantish? You can't.
It's exactly what you're telling me, Michael.
If we had more police on the street, perhaps they'd be reassured.
You'd rather they
If they've
prioritise
got-
the shoplifting over the women feeling safe to go out their houses.
Of course not.
That's literally what you've said to me.
No, it isn't. What I said was, first of all, they should take it as a compliment
You
and
said
just
they shouldn't,
ignore it.
when shops are
And
being
no.
robbed, they shouldn't be focusing on making women feel safe from men.
What is wrong with this person? What a weasel. What a corrupt, stupid weasel.
No, I never said that. If you
did.
will allow me to speak, I will say so. And if you don't agree with me, fine.
Well,
I wouldn't
Michael, let me pause you if I could. I won't speak. Let me bring in Paul in Cambridge, who's got a slightly different view on this, Paul, I think.
Yeah, they've just the assembly of soy boys and beta males pandering to females for views and clicks. What a shameless bunch of idiots.
Paul, hi.
Hi, I think the other chap is totally disgusting. If he thinks there's nothing wrong with that, I have got a 21-year-old granddaughter, a 15-year-old granddaughter, and a 4-year-old granddaughter. If anybody ever did any of that to my teenage granddaughter or my 21-year-old granddaughter, I'd go berserk. It's disgusting.
This is absolutely ridiculous. This kind of moral grandstanding by this new school, nose in the air, elitist, corrupt people. that are trying to social engineer total obedience, because this is what this is. And you have this little whiny person calling in who sounds like they could die from a hard look. Oh, it's disgusting. Who said that? They're just making up things.
Why? What you think? What about the point that he said women need to just not take it so seriously?
How would he like it if a bloke walked up behind him, wolf whistled him, started making advances to him? Would he like it?
Well, we're trying to get. I think he's hung up on us, Paul. I was hoping to put what you'd said to him, to him. We'll see if we can get him slightly back. I think he's cut off. He was.
I think he's afraid to be confronted by another caller.
Oh, I cannot continue watching this absolute garbage. Let's listen into what Night Talk is saying.
Let me show y'all something.
Hi, I'm Abby. I'm going out.
So I'm going to skip this part that we watched, and then you're going to listen into his commentary immediately after.
Hello, I'm John Vale. I am the Borough Commander for Reigate and Banstead, and I'm also the tactical lead for Surrey Safer Spaces. We're not going to keep these tactics a secret. We want people to know what we're doing, where we're doing it, etc., so that we can make perpetrators think twice about their behaviour and activities. Essentially, these...
You realize they're calling them perpetrators. Gentlemen, as I keep saying, your freedoms are being restricted and women are being used for that to happen. It's up to you to realize what you want to do and how you want to do it. If you roll over and you keep accepting this, such stupid, corrupt people, you know, they think they're better than you. But that's why they're placing all these hurdles in front of you that don't make any sense. I told you they will systematically ramp this up until people are being arrested, people will be going to jail. In fact, they've done it for social media posts. Why not this?
These new operational tactics that we've developed involve female police officers running in plain clothes in local areas where you, the public, have told us that there are places that you feel less safe, or that where incidents have previously taken place that have been reported. This is really designed to, first of all, deter offenders from coming to Surrey and carrying out these activities, and also to reassure communities and make people feel safer that we're taking this seriously.
There is a police department in the UK somewhere in Western Europe, that is actually using, I don't know how they're doing it. I'm assuming they're using city dollars, state dollars, government dollars to fund an operation to deter catcalling.
You can see with normal people, this sounds so stupid, because it is. It is very stupid. And then you'd wonder why exactly they're doing it. You should understand. These are control mechanisms. They'll ask you to do some of the most ridiculous things if you at the cost of your freedom or your job or your social equity, whatever the case may be.
Like, what happens if you get catcalled? Are they arresting them? What, because going to jail? They writing a ticket? Yeah, I mean, hold on. Let's see if I need more information though, bro. This is from their page, Surrey Police. Please jog on. We're asking perpetrators. They're calling men who catcall perpetrators to jog on as we tackle harassment against women and girl runners, bro. Hey, so look, if there's a man out there that's attractive, he got a swole on, and the girl come up here, you know what I'm saying, rubbing on him, rubbing his butt, rubbing his balls or some shit, y'all going to write them a ticket too? British cops wore jogging outfits to elicit catcalls and then arrested some men who hit on them. What? They
That is exactly it. It's not just jogging outfits, intentionally provocative jogging outfits, tight up to the ass crack.
They arrested the motherfucker? This sound like entrapment, boy.
And that's exactly what I was saying. This is entrapment. They're using entrapment. So, what are you supposed to do at this particular moment? Do you still engage or what? What you should do, you should totally pull out. Don't engage. Don't share resources. Don't share anything. If you're seeing somebody being beaten on the streets, ignore it. Let them feel your absence. Because too many of you have simped for too long and your price keeps getting higher. You have to pay a higher and higher price to access mediocre females who are chasing laws like this. Even when you show them interest, you're supposed to go to jail or lose some social equity. Don't you see it?
Sound like entrapment, dog. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are violating peeps' freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, bro. From catcalling to the doghouse, female cops in England went undercover as joggers, wearing tight-fitting clothes in a bid to elicit catcalls, and then arrested some of the men who hit on them, according to a report. They arrested motherfuckers. I mean, y'all know what y'all do. Y'all got them tights on, got your ass out, jiggling or whatnot. This entrapment, bro. This entrapment, bro. You got your legs out looking, you got your ass out. It's probably jiggling while you running, and you know it's gonna be some bros that's like what the fuck they see. You know what I'm saying? This entrapment, dog. This entrapment, bro. You gotta be fucking kidding me, dog. Hey, I swear, when I first saw this shit, I thought it was satire. But they dead ass, bro. The Surrey Police Department created a trial task force which lasted about a month and led to 18 arrests for offenses like sexual assault, harassment, and theft. Okay, well,
18 arrests, and trust me when I tell you what they describe as sexual harassment. It depends on what they decide it is, because it's not exactly what you think it is. They might even say you hitting on her is harassment, sexual harassment. They can describe it as such.
they got people arrested for actually doing some shit worth being arrested for then. But just for catcalling, y'all miss me with that shit. The female officers were sent during rush hour to hotspots where open sexual harassment of women is commonplace and pretended to be joggers. One of our sources was honked at within 10 minutes. Then another vehicle slowed down, beeping and making gestures. Just 30 seconds later, that's how frequent it is. Hold on, let's see if we got a YouTube video. UK launches an undercover operation to crack down on catcalling.
Let's go to the UK, where police in Surrey have decided to crack down on men wolf whistling and catcalling young women going out for a run. Now, it's not illegal to catcall a woman, but it is unsavoury. And police have decided that these sorts of things could lead to crime, so they're going to start policing non-crimes in a bid to stop actual crimes. Here's what's going on. Have a look.
Man, out of all this shit,
What a dystopian description. They're going to predict that you're going to cause the crime, so they would stop you from interacting normally with other people. Oh, wow.
there is that y'all need to focus on, because people out here getting stabbed, actually out here breaking laws. Y'all gonna waste man hours and money on men hollering at ass.
These women aren't friends out for a run. They're actually undercover police officers taking to the streets in Surrey as part of a new operation.
Imagine you're so useless. What you're calling undercover police work is catcalling, looking for people catcalling. The bar is so low for these females. My goodness.
Trying to stop people catcalling and harassing.
It's entrapment, bro. They know what they're doing. It don't even look like it's cold out there. Y'all got them tights on. Y'all know what the fuck y'all doing. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to get catcalled, put some baggy ass clothes on or some shit. You really trying to lose weight, get your cardio going, want to sweat, break a sweat, put you some baggy ass pants on, baggy ass hoodie on, bro, and get to running, dog. Y'all know what the fuck y'all doing, man.
we get honked at, the staring, the hanging out of the window just to look at us, and it's so prevalent.
Police teams are ready to intervene the moment the officers are beeped at, followed, or shouted at.
Hell no.
So this is-
For real? For real? Where's the news coverage, bro? I need to see that. Y'all are pulling motherfuckers over when they honking at them? Give me a fucking break. Give me a goddamn break. Hold on, bro. Surrey police catcalling. Bros can't vocally admire something nice to look at? I'm trolling, bro. I'm trolling a little bit. Just a little bit, dog, because I can understand the inconvenience and annoyance that could happen if this happens to you all the time as a woman, bro. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, motherfuckers can say whatever the hell they want to say. As long as they ain't touching you, as long as they ain't doing nothing to you, as long as they ain't invading your privacy, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is what it is.
It's as simple as that. But they have to make it a big issue because it serves many purposes. It serves to limit your abilities to do anything. It serves to the corrupt politicians. It serves for them to have more power over what you do. And any other institution or organization or NGO or non-profit or activist group, whatever it is. This is getting serious fast. And you'd realize that your biggest problems will never be looked at, but such nonsense will start becoming more prevalent.
Tough titty. You feel me? Cover some shit up, bro. You know what I mean? If you don't want the type of attention, don't place yourself in positions where that attention is going to be given to you. If you out here running the block with your ass bouncing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to say the majority of the time. There's going to be times where you're going to have some men that's with the shit and they're going to let you know how they feel about what the hell they looking at, bro. But this whole leap to, you know, if they catcalling, then they going to be out here doing some other type of deviant shit. That's a stretch. But I want to see what they arrested motherfuckers for, though. Hold on. Oh, it's a short-ass article. Hold on. Yeah, one of our officers was honked at within 10 minutes. Then another vehicle...
You are honked at. Listen to that. She was honked at. What level of arrogance is this? How important do you think you are? Like, who the hell do you think you are? These stupid simps, though. Why are you inflating the egos of these bottom feeders? Jesus.
Slow down beeping and making gestures just 30 seconds later. That's how frequent it is. Who cares? One of the officers in the group said the harassment she faced during the trial period reflects her everyday experience. Man, this whole feminist-ass bullshit. We get catcalled, we get honked at. People slow down just to stare or lean out the window to shout something.
This is what happens when you've run out of problems and you've realized now you have to carry your own weight. So you have to make up more and more ridiculous problems. This is what happens. The West has gone mad. Do not accept this. I'm going to stop here. The video has gone on long enough. I don't know what you thought about this. I don't know what you think about this. Please leave a comment down below and subscribe to the channel. And until next time, peace.